Hey guys, Finn here, and today...
It's almost too pretty to break. Almost.
Yes, today we're talking about cheating in speedrunning. But not just any cheat. Cheat%. If you guys are enjoying this content, make sure you guys like and subscribe so this gets boosted in the algorithm so that more people can see how funny cheat% is. Also, I have a Twitch, twitch.tv/Nintendo42. I speedrun BFB and I talk about it. So if you want to go check it out, I have the link in the description and go follow me on there. So, what is cheat%? Cheat% is a category in which you beat the game by any means possible, including the use of cheats, as opposed to normal any% where you cannot use cheats. It's kind of like any%, no restrictions. Why would you run it though? Well, it's a big meme. It's also a fun category to just mess around with, like after you do any%, like you PB in any%, like what are you gonna do after that? Just end stream? Nah, you just wanna have some sustenance, so you just do cheat%, I guess. So, you know what cheat% is? What's the route? Well, the route's actually really straightforward. So when you load into the pineapple, you want to quit out of Gary's text box and open up the pause menu. When you enter into the pause menu, you're going to want to enter some cheat codes. But what are the cheat codes? The cheat codes are just little random stuff to do with the game, like make some of the characters bigger, or all robots are unlocked in the police station, etc, etc. Conker actually made a great video explaining these cheats, so link to the video in the description and on the iCard above. While we don't make anything big in this run, we do some useful cheats like the cruise bubble and bubble bubble code for cruise boosts, 8 spatula codes to get into Robo Sponge, and an optional cruise control code, which we'll explain in a minute. By the way, when you do these cheats, you're going to want to hold down L and R on your controller so that the cheats work. Alright, so let's input the codes. For the cruise bubble code, you're going to want to input Y, X, Y, X, Y, Y, X, X. This will give you access to the cruise bubble. For the bubble bubble code, you're going to want to input X, Y, X, Y, X, X, Y, Y to give you access to the bubble bubble. Then for the spatula code, you're going to want to input X, Y, Y, X, X, Y, Y, X to give you 10 spatulas. So you're going to want to do this spatula code 8 times to give you a total of 80 spatulas so that you can get into Robo Sponge. Now the last optional code is the cruise control code, which is X, 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 Y, Y, X, X, Y, X, Y, Y. The cruise control makes the cruise boost go very fast, making cruise boost and hitting Robot Spongebob extremely fast. So for beginners, you don't really need to do this because it's your first run, so you don't really need the cruise control. But for advanced top runners, you're going to want to do this cruise control code so that you can have faster cruise boosts and faster Robo Spongebob. A thing to note is to do these codes quickly, or the game will not recognize that it's a cheat. Alright, so you did the codes, now you're going to want to head out of the pineapple. Here's where the route differs a bit. If you're not comfortable with doing fast brain, disable the hand. If not, then don't disable the hand. Whether you disable the hand or not, after this, you're going to want to do Hub 1 Glide. Hub 1 Glide is a glide to skip Hub 1, done by going to this wall, and facing to the left, just a bit, then jumping. Then around the peak of your jump, do a bubble slam and you start going up. After this, locate your way to this fence and position yourself between these 2 poles, then turn your camera to the right like so. Then you should eventually hit the top of the invisible wall and get to the other side, and congrats, you did Hub 1 Glide. If, when you do the slam, you move weirdly like this, then just move to the right, then you'll start moving up. Then position yourself in the same way, and done. This is a very weird trick, so if it takes a second to start getting, don't sweat it. Then make your way to Chum Bucket Lab by doing this movement. Then enter Chum Bucket. Now beat Robo Sponge like you normally do in any%. Then beat Brain. If you disable the hand, do Fast Brain. If not, just do regular Brain. So, you finished learning cheat%. But why is it so funny? Well, it's the fact you literally just go to the Chum Bucket and nothing else that makes it funny to me, personally. And also, it's a really dumb run. Why is it dumb? Well, the fact you gotta do all those codes make your hand hurt after 5 attempts, so you can't put too many hours into it, or your hands will die. But that's it? That's all that makes cheat% funny? Well, no. If you look deep into the meaning of cheat%, you'll find a hidden meaning of its run, which is very philosophical. Every main run in BFB has a meaning to it. Any%'s meaning is just like every other any% in any speed game. Just being there is a meaning of its own. Same with 100% in New Game Plus. Warpless's meaning is to show off sick stuff you can do without warping through the menus, giving a fun challenge. And Switchless's meaning is to show off a very hard challenge run that only few can take on. What's the meaning of cheat%? Well, there is none. There is no meaning to chi percent. Just like human life. The meaning of life is nothing. There is no meaning to life, and chi percent is a funny curse that you should go experience right now. Make sure you guys like and subscribe so this gets boosted in the algorithm, like I said, so that more people can experience this game and how funny chi percent is. Follow my Twitch, join my Discord, join the BFB speedrunning Discord community, because they're sick, they're amazing, they're awesome. I'm Nintendo, and see y'all later.